Good morning, everyone. Merry Christmas! It is December 25th, 2022, and here is your reading for the week. It's the last reading of 2022. So I hope you all are having a fantastic Christmas, if that's what you're celebrating, or Yule, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all those things, all those beautiful, beautiful traditions of light. I hope that you're all just warm in your hearts and happy. And I love you guys. I love so much that so many of you came out to see me on Tuesday for my first live stream. First of all, thank you so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me get through that first live stream. I really appreciate it. I still got candles going back there. It's not the same candles, but I did keep the candles going all night long, and the sun did rise on Wednesday. So you're welcome. But anyways, I am so glad that you guys were here. Thank you for really from the bottom of my heart. You guys rock. So let's get started with this week's reading. As always, I'll be doing a current situation card, followed by a hopes and dreams card, followed by a roadmap from current situation to hopes and dreams. Then we'll be pulling a rune, and lastly, we're going to be pulling a prism card to see where we are emotionally, where our energy is at, what we might need to be working on, okay? So I thought, because it is Christmas and Yule was just this week too, I thought I was going to go with kind of a animal feel, a natural feel to this reading today. Nature, not natural, nature. So I'm going to start for our current situation with the Woodlands Wardens deck. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous deck by Jessica Rue, I think is how you say her name. Sherry from down in Louisiana would probably be able to tell me for sure if I'm saying that right. Rue. But that's what we're going to start with. These are great cards. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. I love the green with the leaves on the back of these cards. I think it's nifty. So let me go ahead and get these shuffled up. And as I do, I'm going to ask the angels to surround us. I'm going to ask the spirits of the land and my home to be around us as well and protect us. And I'm going to ask the ancestors to give us wisdom. So what do we need to know from Spirit this week? All right, so let's see. Our first card is the bee and the pomegranate, productivity. So that's where we're at right now. The bee and the pomegranate, productivity. Makes sense, doesn't it? We're all getting ready for Christmas. Been doing lots of shopping. Been probably thinking about what we're going to be preparing today for food. Or you may have already started, because I know a lot of people like to start on the 24th of December, Christmas Eve. And yeah, there's probably been a lot of things on the to-do list this week, right? So yeah, that makes sense. That's about, I know that's where I'm at. I know that's where so many of you are at, just been keeping busy doing things leading up to today. But let's see what our hopes and dreams are. This is the last reading of the year. Did I say that already? The last Sunday of the year that's actually in 2022. So let's see what our hopes and dreams are. Oh, and by the way, I am using the Urban Crow by MJ Cullinane for the hopes and dreams. Another very pretty deck with lots of beautiful imagery, lots of symbology that's easy to understand in this deck. It's a great tool for spirit to help you. I highly recommend it. Both these decks I highly recommend, even for beginners like myself. Okay, so our hopes and dreams are resistance. Now I know a lot of times when people see the resistance card, they think they kind of have a negative connotation to it. I do not. I see resistance, you know, when you're going into the wind, when you're fighting the wind. I mean, that's a kind of resistance, isn't it? When you're fighting the wind and you're going at the wind like that, it makes you feel like there's always something pushing back at you, always something pushing back. And it can frustrate you. It can make you feel like you're stuck in place, you know, or that you're putting a lot of effort into something and only making a tiny bit of movement. And that can be so frustrating. But you know what? That same kind of resistance is what allows a bird to fly. They pull up their wings into that wind and they soar. They soar. So when you feel that resistance coming at you, just spread your wings and let it take you up. Okay? Use that resistance to your benefit. Yes. So how do we get from productivity to the resistance that we might be facing? I'm going to use the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. I'll show you that in just a second here. Just let me get these shuffled. Let me get these shuffled up well. All right, there we go. So this is the Enchanted Map right here. That is a Colette Baron Reed deck. So let me get these shuffled. And let's see, what is our roadmap from the bee and productivity, or the bee and the pomegranate, which is productivity, to resistance. All right, let's give it one more shuffle here. What do we need to know, Spirit? Rock bottom. Rock bottom. And that is card number 10. Now, rock bottom, again, can feel like something a little bit more ominous and end of the line-ish, right? But again, when you're feeling resistance and you know that it's time for you to pull your wings out and soar, sometimes the clarity in that is a little bit gray, a little bit foggy. But when you hit rock bottom, you know that the only way you can go is up, right? So when you feel like you've gotten to an impasse, like you cannot go any more forward, backward, left, or right, you know that you've hit the bottom. And the bottom isn't a bad place, okay? I don't want you to think that the bottom is a bad place. It's not. It's not. It is the ultimate slap you upside the head, clue by four moment that says it is time for you now to rise. Put on your adult size underwear and move it up. It is time to move up. It is time to lift. It is time to shine. It is time to use that resistance to your benefit. Okay? So that's where we're at. So let's pull a rune and let's see what the runes, if they have any information for us as well. Stuff that we can meditate on this week to help us understand when we've hit an impasse and we need to go upward. Okay, let me see here what we dropped on the floor. Actually, I dropped more than one, but this is the one that was facing up. It is Jara. Jara. And it says, the results of earlier efforts are realized. A time of peace and happiness, fruitful season. It can break through stagnancy, hopes and expectations of peace and prosperity. So I'll read that again. The results of earlier efforts are realized. A time of peace and happiness, fruitful season. It can break through stagnancy, hopes and expectations of peace and prosperity. So that goes along exactly with what we were just talking about, right? You're really, really busy, and then all of a sudden you get forced into stop, right? Everything stops. And it feels like stagnation. It feels like you can't go forward, backwards, left or right. The only thing that you can do is use the resistance in your favor and rise up away from rock bottom, this place of impasse, this place that you cannot go any further. So use Jara this week. Okay, when you feel that moment happening, write this down on a card, put it somewhere where you can look at it daily and meditate on it. And remember that the power is within you to rise. It always is. It always is. Even when it feels like it's not, you are backed by the divine in every sort of way. And you can use that power to lift yourself out. Okay? So let's look at a prism card. Here's the prism cards right here. These are what I use as my, what's blocking what energy is getting blocked here? Cards. My kitty's in here with me, so if you all of a sudden hear something go crashing down, it's because my cat did it. She's a very, very curious cat, Clarity. Aren't you, Clarity? She's super, super Clarity. Oh, all right, I had a card flip over here. What was it? Ghost. Ghost. This is what we have to work on, you guys. Ghost. This card represents the things of your past that are keeping you from going forward. So it could be a number of things. It could be like a past relationship. It could be a past friendship. It could be a past job. It could be abuse from your past, or neglect from your past, or any kind of hurt that has happened to you. Anything that triggers you and stops you from going forward is a ghost. Something from your past, right? So when you have the ghost happen, now let's see, ghost, this card is kind of a, I'm going to say, it's a very, very, very light purple, but I'm feeling like the heart chakra would probably be the best thing to help you through this situation. So we're going to focus on the heart chakra. So let me grab out of my little chakra box here a rose quartz. And we're going to put this right here on our petal plate. You know, because things of the heart, you know, things that have hurt you deeply, and have caused you emotional pain. You know, I feel like from the heart center, you have to find this like place of forgiveness and, you know, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, you know, just forgiving the past, letting the past go, acknowledging that it happened, and then saying, hey, I am rising above that. This is my rock bottom. I can't get any further. I'm going to rise over this by letting it go, you know, by saying, this part of my life is done. It no longer serves me, and it no longer affects me. It is no longer who I am. So I am going to get beyond this. I am going to go into the place that I'm supposed to be, not be stuck in this place that somebody else created for me, you know? So yeah, we're going to focus on the heart chakra this week. And so that's it. That's the reading for the week. That's the last reading of the year. I hope you can end this year by just soaring off into a whole new year of possibilities and hope and love and friendship. And I love you guys. Know that. I love you guys. I love you so much. Let me give you a big heart here and tell you I love you. And thanks for watching, you guys. And we will see you again this week, okay? So take care, everybody. All right, bye-bye.